I am really excited to be here and chat with you guys today a little bit about commercial real estate. I'm going to be trying to have something fun like this every day and connect with you guys every day so we can get to know each other a little bit better, right? And I'll just put this right here so that way you can see who I am and what I'm doing. Let me pin these comments because this is my first time going live, so I have to put this in here. Okay, yeah, so today we're going to be talking about commercial real estate insights, and CRE actually is short for commercial real estate, so I'm going to have to keep probably saying that a million times, but that's okay. But this talk can actually be not only for people who are in commercial real estate, but for people just who are in real estate in general. This talk is going to go over some really interesting facts about what commercial real estate is and why it's so important, why it's a great opportunity and something that as real estate professionals is kind of necessary to know how to do commercial real estate. It's very necessary to understand and how to do commercial real estate. So one of my big, missions in life not only are to help more people understand what commercial leasing is, but to be a beacon and a resource for those real estate professionals and these people who want to actually start businesses, be able to be a resource to help them also. I'm a big proponent in commercial real estate. I've realized I might be obsessed with buildings. I don't know everything about commercial real estate, right? I don't, but I love to learn, and I'm constantly learning, trying to up my game, trying to better understand not only how I can help my clients, help people who, like you, are interested in real estate, interested in commercial real estate also. So let me introduce myself to you. My name is Divine. I go by DK. I am a commercial leasing and sales director in one of the toughest commercial economic markets in the world, San Francisco Bay Area. I've been in commercial real estate for over 7 years, and I've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of great opportunities to learn, to grow, to make money, to help others, more importantly, and to become the woman and the person I am today. I'm really thankful for all the experiences I've had because it's given me an opportunity to share with so many people. And I've helped over 30 businesses find their locations. And I've helped over 25 landlords manage their buildings, find great tenants. And it's not a science, it's more of an art. When it comes to the numbers in commercial real estate, yeah, that part's a science, absolutely. That part is absolutely a science. And it's something that you have to learn. It takes time, but you can do it. It's a little bit different than residential in many different aspects. Residential is based on people possibly buying their first homes, their second homes, their long love homes. But commercial is all about business. People purchasing that business space to help them get to the next economic level, to help them provide for their family or be able to hire other employees, right, to grow. So it's really interesting the difference between commercial and residential, but there's not a reason why someone couldn't do both or learn and understand to at least to have the opportunity, right? So on the other hand, it's really great to be able to help businesses and the people that you know in your life who are going to want and need business spaces in the future. They're going to need someone to advocate for them. They're going to need someone to hold their hands, because I feel that is really where the real emotion lies in commercial real estate. It lies in the tenant, broker, landlord relationship. That's where the emotions lies. So many times people say, oh, commercial is much less emotional than residential. That's true, except when it comes to the numbers. But the emotion lies in the tenant to broker, the broker to landlord, and vice versa. Relationship, communication, comprehension, respect, understanding. And that's when the money keeps coming in and in. For example, I have the great opportunity with working with a prestigious retail business space in San Francisco, and they're moving locations for the second time. I put them in their first space. Now they're moving locations and they're ready to move. There's several other brokers they could have called in San Francisco, but because I nurture, I communicate, I comprehend, and I care, I was lucky enough to have a loyal client. So now I have an opportunity to find them a space. I'm living here in San Francisco in the Bay Area. So I primarily work in San Francisco, Oakland, which is right across the bridge. And we have, the San Francisco Bay Area is very interesting, whereas you can be in 7 to 8 different cities in a matter of 15 minutes. So although San Francisco is across the bridge, it's across the Bay Bridge, from Oakland to San Francisco, you can be there in 15 minutes. From Oakland to Berkeley or Oakland to Palo Alto is about 35 minutes. Any of you Niners fans out there know where the new stadium over there is in the Silicon Valley. So working here is very interesting, and I'm really excited to be able to find the tenant, like I was speaking about before, who I'm finding their second location. They're looking in a place called Hayes Valley, which is a very modern, up-and-coming place. So they're actually going from a 2,500 square foot place this time, downsizing. They want something around 1,000 square foot. Because of the pandemic, they've had to lay off employees, right? So now what she's doing, the owner, is deciding to shrink down in size so she can be able to rehire 2 of her employees. So once again, it's all really about listening, being there for your client, and I'm just thankful I have the opportunity to work with these people. But I'm going to get back into tonight's little mini class on CRE Insights. I'm going to give you 5 steps to getting more listings. And I've already started with 1. That's communication, comprehension, understanding, and listening. And you're going to hear this from me a million times. You always have to be able to go the extra mile. So I'm really a big believer in that. And I think we're going to start right over here. Thanks, guys, for that. So one of the great things about being in real estate is you have to be a people person. Normally you have to be a people person. That's even in commercial. There are some emotions in commercial. People who are dealing with numbers, who are dealing with business all day, really like a person who they will see they are doing business with, who's going to work as hard as they do. People want to see that. And as a real estate agent, as a commercial broker, you have an opportunity to show up in a big way, to be something very special in their life and in that day and in this deal. Because you know that if you're special in that deal to them, they're going to keep coming back to you. And that's one of the natural aspects that I give to my clients and I receive in return. So I'm thankful that this client, this dancewear company is working for me, but I know I'm going to do such a good job. In 5 years, when she's ready for a new space, she's going to come back and looking for me because I show up in a big way. And it's not fake. It's real. But if you can't show up in a big way and you decide to be a real estate agent, fake it till you make it. Do some meditation, light some candles, go on a run. You know what I'm saying? Have some fried chicken, get it together, because I see a lot of brokers and real estate agents not bringing the personality, not going the extra mile. They need to eat some food and get off of all these celery and lettuce they're eating. No, just kidding, guys. I'm making a joke because I am in California and this is the home of the vegan area. So But showing up in a big way is very important. Being there. And then also when you have a business. Number 2, got these a little bit out of order. We're going to go to a technique. We're going to go from an emotional technique to a technique tool, which is to search the MLS for expired listings. Once again, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Divine. Not only do I represent tenants, but I also represent landlords in the San Francisco Bay Area doing commercial real estate. So now I'm switching my brain to landlord. I'm going to give you an example. I am representing a building in Claremont in Oakland. So the office space they have there was primarily used for the past 20 years for a therapist office. Therapist moved there last year. And so this office is very interesting the way it's set up. It's not set up traditionally. It's on the 2nd and 4th floor. The rooms are a little bit cut up, but it's really great for a special niche type of business, which I've concluded is still therapy, medical office use, or something for cannabis distribution or office, not retail. So those are kind of the 3 main aspects that I'm going to be going for nonprofits, right? So what I did today was I searched the MLS for tenants who fit the same requirement that I'm looking for to fit into my landlord's building. And I searched those tenants to find out, when is their lease expiring? Is there anyone whose lease is expiring in the next 3 months? Because the next 3 months type of deals we can do. If someone's lease, the tenant's lease was expiring in April or June or February, that wouldn't work for me. But I bet you I can make something happen within a 3-month window type deal. So I will search the MLS for all of the expired listings that have expired anywhere from 3 months prior to 3 months after. And in that, I was able to find 10 potential opportunities, which I phoned today. I let them know about this great space. I mean, my client's space is fantastic. They put so much effort and work into that building. Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching my stories or going to my IG lives, but this space is great. This space is fantastic, okay? And that's like my baby now. Me, I got to take care of this space. I've got to make sure I bring the right parents, the right business owner, the right tenant into this space that's going to take care of it. So I'm contacting today. Not only did I do the MLS, but I also contacted nonprofits who have just received funding and who are able to look and who need a business space. So I'm going to say that one more time. This is a really great deal. There's a company, some of you may have heard it, it's called Crunchbase. And from Crunchbase, you can find all of the information of the funding, what VCs are there, what VCs are active, what VCs aren't. And so this is going to be a whole nother live, but people are always saying, hey, DK, where am I going to get the money to have my business? Where am I going to get the money to host it, to be able to pay rent, do all that? I mean, the money's out there. You can do it, but you have to look for it. You have to have a great business plan. You have to have a good idea. That's something different, but the money is out there. Let's get back to how I find those tenants, right? Go to Crunchbase. I see which nonprofits fit in the sector that are in the area that I'm living in, that have had headquarters there or need another location in that area. I only had 3 to choose from. But guess what? That's 3 more than I had before. Now I've got 13 leads, guys. So I'm going to go on to the next slide, but just giving you a little bit of real estate game on how to go ahead and get those MLS. And there's a few other different ways that I use the MLS, but I'm probably going to end up doing a class on that. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. Also want to remind you, Monday, November 2nd at 5 p.m. is going down at the live Commercial Leasing 101 Masterclass. You guys, I'm going to dive in deep into the abyss of commercial leasing. If you are a real estate professional or realtor, I promise you, by the end of that class, you are going to have such a broad understanding of what commercial is and how you can do it to make money with what you already know. I mean, you're going to be trying to fly over here to California and rub my feet. I'm telling you, you're going to be trying to do that. I ain't going to let you do that because my feet are sensitive, you know what I'm saying? But I know that's how much juice is going to be in there. So I'm excited to give that to you. And then you're going to have me as a wealth of information and knowledge. See, because the thing about it is this. It's great for people who are on residential real estate to be able to sell homes. It's fantastic. Now, what you can do when you have your client and you sell them a home or you help them purchase a home and they have a business need. They need to lease space for their business that they just moved into town. Or they're looking to buy a building. Well, you're going to have to give that listing to me or someone else who knows and understands that. Or you can come to the Commercial Leasing Masterclass. Come join the Learn Commercial Real Estate Leasing group and become part of future wealth builders. See, the thing of it is having another stream of income like commercial leasing. It might take me, I don't know, 6 weeks, 2 months to close these deals. Yes, I know that's sometimes a lot longer than residential purchasing homes. But I bet you my commission is probably going to be larger than yours. And in 3 to 5 years, I'm going to get another residual commission. So it's just an opportunity that I want to present to you as real estate professionals, my people in real estate. Real estate is such a beautiful industry. We have to branch out. We have to go above and beyond and do some other things. All right. Another tips, talks, tools right here. Now, yesterday I was in a great class called Trust Probate Real Estate. And one of the things they were talking about was building connecting with attorneys who are divorce lawyers, probate, trust. Because I guarantee you, anywhere throughout the world, this week, there was an attorney Zoom meeting of 10 to 15 probate, trust attorneys, divorce attorneys having a Zoom meeting who would have loved to have someone like you on, someone new in there, someone new to talk to. And then guess what? You get to find out who's getting divorced, who has to sell their property, who just died is going in the trust. The family doesn't know what to do with the property. The attorney has to give the referral to someone because he's not a broker and you're not an attorney. But if you, as a real estate professional, would seek out these groups, whether they're black attorneys, Jewish attorneys, Asian attorneys, seek out everyone because you'd be surprised. I work with a lot of Asian brokers and attorneys, and I'm not Asian. I'm black. But they trust me. They know how I work, and they know it's not going to be a problem, and they use me instead. So, don't be afraid to go out there. And there's not only attorney groups, but there's all these like provisor types and things like that. And as a professional, there might be 1,000 real estate agents out there, and there are. And that's another thing about residential. It's wonderful, but there's so many residential agents. You swing your bag and put your purse over your shoulder, you hit one. But that's not like in commercial. This is a closed industry. Not anyone can just do commercial. You have to have someone say, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you get into the barrier of entry. They have to have someone break it down for you, and that's what I'm offering you. I worked for a real estate firm that I'm employed by now for 3 years for free as a runner, as an intern, until I learned the game. I crawled up by my bootstraps. I learned. I made mistakes. I fell on my ass. I never lost a deal, though. Never lost a deal, though. Amen. So far. Well, any deal that I've ever lost wasn't mine to have. But I just want to say that and put it out there. But I've never lost a deal. I've been able to save them. But anytime you lose a deal, I want to say any deal that is not yours, it's not yours to have. One of the things about mindset in real estate, we can get wrapped up in our egos of having to close the deal. I mean, of course, economically, we need to close deals, don't we? but sometimes it's not for you, and that's okay. We've got to walk away. And may the bridges we burn light our way. Not that we're burning bridges, but I hope you get the gist of that expression. So, build an attorney referral list. That's tip number 3. Let's see if I can find tip number 4 for you. Okay. Collect with local nonprofits. I was just speaking about that before. And the reason why you want to connect with a local nonprofit, and I'm going to put this in an umbrella. So here in the Bay Area, we have all these different hives and different pods and these different incubators, okay? And they can be in a lot of different fields. But nonprofits are really, really great because they're usually putting through businesses that need assistance with space because they're doing something. Well, it's a little bit different about COVID, but I guarantee you real estate's going to come back. Commercial real estate's going to come back. So it's might as well learn about leasing because there's going to be so much space to lease. You might as well go out and get that money before somebody else go and get it because somebody's going to get it. And I'm going to be one of those people because I'm a hard worker and I'm going to outwork you. And that's what I want to instill in all my students. I coach several girls. I'll call them my girls, but they're real estate professionals. And I'm always hammering into them, go the extra mile, work hard. But guess what? I realize I don't have to say that to them because God, they wouldn't even be in my atmosphere if they weren't working hard and doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm bringing up some superstars. The girls who I'm working with, who I'm mentoring, they are superstars. Closing some deals with them and helping guide them right now. It's exciting. And I love to see people grow. And I love to see people getting it and people winning. I love it. It makes me feel good. When I'm walking down the street and I see a beautiful woman walking down the street, I'm like, hey, queen, what's going on? You look gorgeous. I'm not into women, but I need her to know you look good. And my eyes are having a feast right now. And I appreciate that. See a good-looking brother dressed good. Give people compliments. Anyway, I love hard workers. And when I see somebody doing something good, I'm going to let them know. So, nonprofits, connect with them. Connect with your local hives, your incubators. Because 9 times out of 10, you have a lot of little businesses that will be looking for commercial space. Whether it's a commercial kitchen, whether it's a commercial tech lab, whether it's a commercial warehouse space for them to be able to hold their products and do distribution now. Because of COVID, warehouse and distribution leasing has gone up. Warehouse distribution has gone up. So if people keep saying about commercial leasing, you need to make sure that you understand the commercial market segments and you do not get pigeonholed. Being sometimes in residential real estate, you get pigeonholed. It's difficult to transition. It's difficult to have that capability or for commercial brokers to see residential realtors who are transferring as even viable. That's why what I'm doing is so important with At-Loan Commercial Real Estate because I'm teaching you the game. I'm teaching you what the vocabulary is. You're not going to come in there and say, I want to fill out an application for this space. You're going to say, hey, I'm going to come in here and put in an offer. I'm ready to submit an offer. I'm ready to submit an LOI. It may not seem like a big deal, but for a commercial broker, one little slip of the lip, and it's just kind of like that person doesn't know what they're doing, and they don't take it serious. So that's why I'm trying to help residential realtors diversify into commercial leasing. It's not easy to do, but I can show you how to easily do it if you follow the steps. All right. Click the link in my bio to work with me, to find out, to be on the mailing list. Just to get into the good vibe of wealth building, because that's what I'm into. All right. So, number 5, connect with founders. Connect with founders, connect with VCs. So you can have your meetup groups. Once again, Crunchbase, founders of nonprofits, founders of apps, founders of, anything that's being an incubator or someone who's a founding. They have a lot of different groups, meetups. Connect with those people. And the reason why is because not all of them are going to want a commercial space. Not all of them are even going to be able to pull it off. A lot of them will just be pipe dreams. But guess what they do? Those people normally hang around with other people who are on the same thing they're doing, and somebody's going to want a commercial space. I guarantee you, because this is what I used to do. See, I'm a single mom and I couldn't time afford to go to a lot of the happy hours that a lot of the guys go to, because commercial real estate is 80% men. Their wives, their girlfriends stay at home, or they do whatever they do. These guys go out after work, network, drink, make deals. As a single mom, I had to take myself home and take care of my little wonderful child, okay? That was my priority. So that's another reason kind of took me a little bit further to get, not further, but to get where I am today. But I'm here, and I'm a sales and leasing director in one of the hardest economic real estate markets in the world, San Francisco. I am one of a handful of women, and definitely probably one of only 5 Black women doing what I'm doing. And one of the reasons why I'm very passionate about helping and giving this information is because I'm tired of being the only Black person there, or the person of color, or the only woman. Somebody else got to come and get this money and hang out and have these free lunches and these extravagant dinners they give us and all that. Somebody's got to be able to do that with me. I'm trying to have my friends come along. So, we all got to be in this together, guys. Find those founders. Find those people who might be at the farmer's market selling those soaps, selling all that stuff. They might need a location. Okay, you have people bringing in warehouses from Los Angeles, a bunch of materials. And another great lead is find your real estate friends who have staging businesses, because 9 times out of 10, if they have staging companies, they need somewhere to house all that staging furniture they have. Because I just put my girlfriend into a unit a couple of weeks ago. She's a real estate professional, but she has a staging company. So, you guys, once again, DK by the Bay, I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap up. If you have any questions or you want to connect with me, please do. If you like this live, let me know. I'm going to be trying to do this stuff every day. Oh, okay, cool. I see my peoples is on here. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I was not looking at the screen. I'm still a little nervous about doing this, but I find if I'm not looking at it, and I'm just giving you guys that information because that's really what it's about anyway. Giving you the information you need, encouraging you, motivating you, giving that great mindset, supporting you, and letting you know you have unlimited potential and possibility. Unlimited. And I'm excited for you. So click the link in my bio. I also have a product. Get a commercial client in 21 days or less. Check that out on my link. Monday, November 2nd at 5 p.m. Click the link to register for the masterclass. Let one of your real estate people know. Let them know it's going down. I'm a resource. We're about to get this money in 2020, 2021. Signing out.